today I had a really bad day today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I'm being sued and I'm fucked. So yeah, I've never been sued before. First time being sued. Yay! And it made me really like think hard about the subject, because I always thought happiness was very easy. It's cut and dry. It's the moments that you feel like when you're like eating, or when you're with friends, or when you're just like having a good time, the moments of peace that you feel. That's something that I thought about. So that's what I think happiness is. Now I'm gonna draw this in though and use an example of, let's say, like a heaven, like a Christianity's view of what heaven is, what eternal happiness is. And I got to thinking, and I thought, you know what, I don't think humans have ever felt eternal happiness, so I don't think we can really conceptualize it. We've never felt this idea of heaven, or like this pure euphoria or pure utopia, because humans are fighting to survive, and we are aware of the fact that we're fighting to survive. Sure, we can be oblivious, like you know, animals can be oblivious, and that's the thing. That's something highly known about humanity, and that's what makes us different, is our awareness of our mortality. So that being said, I feel as though humans cannot truly feel this pure, unadulterated happiness, because everything we do is a fight to survive. We're in a capitalistic society, so obviously we are literally fighting to survive. The money that we make, how much time we work, that is our survival. But even in the wilderness, before we had these large towers and these large structures that our beautiful towers of industrialism, our beautiful towers of capitalism that are so structured and we could see so well, back in the day, wilderness, we were still fighting to survive, fighting to eat, fighting to live, fighting to do all these fucking things. So even then, we could have not felt happiness. So what does that even look like in America? What does that even look like on Earth? Can humans even feel a truth of pure happiness here on Earth? Will communism save us? Will socialism save us? What will save us? And will we ever feel this undoctored source of utopia and pure happiness in our human time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like communism. I like that social. I'm more of a socialist, you know. But will that save us? Because we're still fighting to survive. Will humans always be slightly unhappy or never be able to find a sort of happiness? Because in the back of their mind, we're just like, well, I'm gonna fucking die. So it comes back to that I do think that happiness is the peace. Happiness isn't a pure structure. I don't think we ever have this pure fucking drug-like happiness. I think our happiness comes in food, friends, family, sex, love. I think happiness comes in those structures, and we don't really sort of feel this pure happiness, which is depressing. But I guess also in a structure like heaven, how could we know our happiness if we don't know pain? It's very confusing. It's very confusing. And I don't know where I stand on the matter. What do you guys think? I always turn it back to you. I like doing these because people like always comment and they're like, this is what I think. And it's always very interesting and I like it a lot. So what does that leave us with? Is that a thing? Could we ever have this heaven structure, and can we ever feel pure happiness on Earth, and especially in America? But, this also leads me to my point of babies. Babies. I think some of us, if we're lucky, we have some of our happiest moments in childhood, or even when we were babies, when we can't even remember, because we weren't aware of our mortality. We were just like shitting ourselves and like eating, and we have people giving us attention. I think the most happiest I am is kind of when I'm replicating what it felt like to be a baby, to just be laying around, eating, people giving me attention and love without having to beg or thrash for it. But that is the closest that humanity, I think, can get to that pure, unadulterated happiness. Shout out to Benjamin Button. I think when we can get to those moments of like just being happy and being us and people, and I think the thing about being a baby or just like having that level of joy is just people openly loving you, and that feels amazing. And that is what happiness, I think a lot of happiness breeds from just love. Like having love, having a person that loves you, doing things you love. I think that's where happiness comes from. Also think that's like the meaning of life, is like love. So obviously though, so obviously. I mean, what else could it be? Maybe I'm thinking, I think there is nothing, at least for the human. Those are my thoughts on happiness. I don't know what this is. This is kind of like scant video, but I hope somebody understands what I'm saying and kind of it gets it, even though it is a little bit, maybe it's not insane what I'm saying. Maybe somebody has said this 1,000 times before, because everything is recycled. I don't think there's a single thing that I've said that's not been said about somebody else. You know what? I say some crazy shit, never mind. There are some things that I've said that I truly do believe nobody else has said. Just because this sort of insanity kind of like thought experiments that I have going on in my mind that is just absolutely fucking insane. Thank you for watching. I don't know what this is. Bye, love ya.